You know what's interesting? Right now, there's a version of you that doesn't exist. Not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on TikTok, not anywhere. And you know the strangest part? Some people prefer it that way. No perfectly curated feed, no likes to count, no followers to impress, no notifications pulling them back in. They just don't participate. And if you've ever felt exhausted by the thought of posting, checking, or performing online, you're not alone. But here's the thing. You might be thinking,
I'll delete my apps later. I'll take a break soon. I just need to post this one thing first.
but you won't. The algorithm knows exactly how to keep you scrolling. And that version of yourself that exists only in comments, stories, and carefully filtered photos, it's consuming more of your real life than you realize. Not having social media isn't about being anti-technology or disconnected. It's something deeper, something psychological. And the people who choose to live without it, they all have their reasons. Reasons that reveal more about human nature than any feed ever could. Because not everyone who avoids social media does it for the same reason. Some are protecting something, some are escaping something, and some have simply discovered something better. Let's break it down. The privacy protector. This type doesn't want their life documented, analyzed, or stored. They know how data works. They understand what gets tracked, sold, and used. And they refuse to be the product. Every photo you post, every message you send, every like, share, and search, it's all recorded, stored, used to build a profile of who you are and what you'll buy next. Psychologists call this surveillance capitalism. Your attention, your behavior, your relationships, all monetized. Privacy protectors see social media as a transaction they never agreed to. They're not paranoid, they're informed. They know that free platforms aren't free. You pay with your data, your time, your mental space. You'll recognize them easily. They're the ones who ask,
Do you really need to post that?
when you pull out your phone at dinner. They don't share their location. They don't tag themselves. They keep their life offline because once it's online, it's permanent, searchable, sellable. It's not about hiding, it's about control. They decide what version of themselves exists in the world, not an algorithm. The comparison escapist. This one isn't avoiding social media because of privacy. They're avoiding the psychological damage, the endless scroll of highlight reels, the constant reminder that everyone else seems happier, more successful, more loved. Psychology calls this social comparison theory. Humans naturally measure themselves against others, but social media turns it into a 24/7 competition you can never win. Every vacation photo, every achievement post, every perfect relationship, it triggers the same question.
Why isn't my life like that?
Comparison escapists deleted their accounts because they were tired of feeling inadequate, tired of celebrating others while quietly resenting their own reality, tired of performing happiness while feeling empty inside. They're not jealous, they're self-aware. They notice the pattern. Open app, feel worse. Close app, repeat. So they remove the trigger entirely. You'll recognize them by the relief in their voice when they say,
I'm so much happier since I quit.
and they mean it. Because without the comparison, they can finally measure their life against their own standards, not someone else's curated fiction. The time reclaimer. These people did the math, and the numbers horrified them. 2 hours a day on social media, 14 hours a week, 56 hours a month. That's 672 hours a year, 28 full days of scrolling. Nearly a month of their life, gone. For what? Likes? Memes? Arguments with strangers? Psychology links this to temporal discounting. We trade long-term value for short-term dopamine hits. The quick satisfaction of a notification, the micro-thrill of a new post. But it adds up to nothing meaningful. Time reclaimers realized they were giving away their most valuable resource, time they could spend reading, creating, building real relationships, pursuing actual goals. So they quit, not because they hate social media, because they love their time more. You'll recognize them by what they've accomplished since leaving, the book they finally wrote, the skill they learned, the friendships they deepened. They don't talk about what they're missing online. They talk about what they're gaining offline. It's not about productivity. It's about presence. Being fully where they are instead of half present, half scrolling. The authentic connection seeker. This type left social media because it started replacing real connection with something that only looks like connection. Hundreds of friends they never talk to, thousands of likes that mean nothing, comments instead of conversations, hearts instead of hugs. They realized they were more lonely with social media than without it. Psychologists call this parasocial loneliness. You feel connected, but you're not. You're watching other people live while your own relationships atrophy. Real friendship requires vulnerability, time, presence. Social media gives you the illusion of those things without the substance. Authentic connection seekers chose quality over quantity. They'd rather have 5 real friends than 500 digital acquaintances. They want conversations that go deeper than,
How are you? Good. You?
They want relationships where people actually show up, in person, with full attention. You'll recognize them because they still keep in touch, just not through feeds and stories, through calls, messages, actual plans. They're the ones who remember your birthday without Facebook reminding them. It's not isolation, it's intimacy. Real, uncomfortable, beautiful human connection. The kind that can't be performed or curated. Here's what connects all 4 types. They're not technophobes or disconnected. They made a choice, a trade. Social media's benefits didn't outweigh its costs. The privacy protector values autonomy over convenience. The comparison escapist values peace over validation. The time reclaimer values presence over performance. The authentic connection seeker values depth over reach. In psychology, this is called intentional living, choosing what you engage with rather than letting default settings choose for you. Not reacting, deciding. And here's the truth most people don't admit. Social media isn't neutral. It's designed to keep you there. Infinite scroll, autoplay, notifications. Every feature engineered to capture your attention and monetize it. Understanding why some people leave isn't about judging those who stay. It's about recognizing that your relationship with these platforms is a choice, not an obligation. You're not lazy for staying. You're not enlightened for leaving. You're human. And once you understand what you're actually trading, your time, your mental space, your sense of self, you can decide if the trade is worth it. So here's your question. What would change if you reclaimed even 1 hour a day from scrolling? What could you build? Who could you become? So which one resonates with you? The privacy protector? The comparison escapist? The time reclaimer? Or the authentic connection seeker? Or are you still scrolling? Drop a comment and let us know. If this made you think different, hit subscribe. We go deeper every day. Don't forget to like the video. It helps more people find messages like this. Pattern Explore. Understanding why you do what you do.